glad. All right. Go ahead.
All right, so Ruth Ann, can you go ahead and share the report?
I'm sorry, but you sent it to,
Do you have it?
you sent it to my personal email. I just happened to see it, so I'm not
Okay.
plugged in
Let me,
there.
let me get logged into Adobe real quick here, sorry. Daryl, if you want to go ahead and well, I'm going to ask you
won't take
guys
you
to
real
just
long.
bear.
Rudy, I can get it. I'm looking.
Okay, good, because my keyboard quit working.
It was a very pretty report, Rudy. Thank you.
Well,
It was.
thanks so much, Bonnie. I didn't do any of the graphics. They were
I
automatic.
think I'm going to frame it and put it up in my office.
Oh, that's so sweet.
To brag about, right?
Yeah.
So, do you want me to share it?
Yes, please.
I gotta take.
Okay, now I just have to get back on my screen. There's way too many things to do. All right, now I'm sharing more. Share screen. And there it is.
Great, thank you. If you could go to the next page, please.
Oh, I have to also work it.
And the next page, there we go. All right, so what I ran for us, that's good right there, Ruth Ann. What I ran for us was a fiscal year to date profit and loss statement, and then compared it to last fiscal year to the same point in time. You can see that our income is significantly higher this time around than it was last year. And our chamber guide income is lower than it was last year, but part of that is because we have some of the guide money is captured up in the platinum, gold, and silver memberships. If you could slide down a little bit for me. Good. So bottom line right there, we've had significantly more revenue this year than we had at the same point in time last year, which is awesome. And go ahead and slide up on the expenses to the bottom line. There we go. And our total expenses are lower than they were last year. I'm not quite sure why that is. But the net income so far this year, year to date, we're definitely solidly in the black.
Yay.
Yes. So before I move to the next session, are there any questions from the board on this? Hearing none, if you can go to the next page, please, Ruth Ann. So then I ran a actual to budget comparison based on our zero-based budget that we approved at the last meeting. And you can see that 78% of our projected income has already been received for the year. I don't find that to be terribly off-putting because most of our memberships are due between October and January. So that's when most of our members are going to renew. Right. Our expenses are pretty much on track with where our budget was. You know, we're about a quarter of the way through the year, and we're about 31% through on our expenses. So that's not a bad thing at all. And again, the bottom line is we have about $16,000 in net profit so far this year. Next page, please.
Hello.
So our balance sheet is pretty strong right now. We have $33,000 in our bank account compared to $21,000 last year. Let me pause one more time. Any questions on the balance sheet or the actual to budget comparison? If you would go to the last page, please.
Rudy, are we updating how membership's going to be paid? We've talked
We're
about,
supposed to be, but I have to wait until Ruth Ann finishes with the chamber guide so that we can have some classes on how we do that and how we implement that.
Not yet, Sarah.
okay, I just was curious.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's still we're still thinking about it. It's just gonna be quite a process.
Okay,
Yeah, thank you though.
thank you.
And you can see the statement of cash flows. Our net income was $16,000 for the year to date. $15,000 of that came from cash coming in. And our cash increase for the quarter was, or for the 6 months was 15,000, bringing our balance up to 33,698. Any questions of me? That's what I've got for you this month, Daryl.
Okay, that's very appreciated.
And I think you will still have a quorum if I bounce, correct?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should. We have plenty.
Yeah. I
Okay.
have a question for Rudy.
Yes, ma'am.
Rudy, I'd love to do a deep dive into these numbers. Even if it's just me and you, or me and you and Daryl, or me and you and Ruth Ann and whatever, I'd love to schedule some time to look really closely at these and talk about a little bit.
Okay. When do you want to
Yeah,
do
if
that?
you could throw me in on that too, I'd love to be a part of it.
Sure, that'd be
All right.
great.
Cool, thank you.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, we need you
Can we
to.
wait
John.
until after tax season for that?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
oh yeah, yeah, we
yes,
definitely can.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Well, I want it April 13th.
Yeah.
Should be okay then, right?
Funny guy.
I gotta bounce.
All right, take care, Rudy.
Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Guess I should
Wait a
unmute.
minute, let me-
Did you send an agenda out, Ruth Ann, and I just printed off the wrong one?
She sent
Um,
it.
I have the agenda. I sent it twice. I sent it not too long ago, like a few hours ago. And
Oh,
I,
I missed it then. It was probably on my work email, and now I can't get my work email home anymore.
well,
don't
I
want us
have the
working from
agenda.
home.
Do you want to share my screen, or can you just trust me to
No,
follow?
you,
it?
I
If you-
trust you to go through it, or Sarah, whoever needs to go through it.
Oh, okay.
Sarah Monceau, do you have it? Or do you want to do it, Ruth Ann? Whoever wants to do it, just go for it. You guys can even take turns. I don't care.
Okay. Oh, I think we have to, well, I think this is up to you, don't we? Have to
I have to approve the,
approve the
Previous.
consent agenda and the treasurer's report.
yep. So, we'll start, well, let's approve the treasurer's report since it just happened. So,
Mhm.
I make a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
all right, second.
Second,
All right, Kat, second. Thank you very much. Approved. We're good to go. Next would be the consent agenda. Did everyone get a chance to look over everything that's on the consent agenda along with,
I did.
okay. Anybody have any questions?
No.
Everyone approved consent agenda? Anybody want to first? I'll first. Second. Anyone?
I'll second.
Thank you, Bonnie. All right, approved. Consent agenda is approved. Treasury report's done.
We didn't
All
vote, did we? Did
Yeah.
everybody vote?
Yeah,
Man,
Everybody-
I didn't even see it. Okay, I'm good.
yeah, I said any opposed, right?
Right.
Ooh,
Nobody opposed?
Smart.
Okay. All right, I think we are good there.
All right, next is president's report. And the only thing I have, you probably have stuff, but
Mhm.
I just put in Sarah Sweet's resignation. I'm assuming I don't think we have to formally accept it, but
No.
But everyone got that email, is that correct?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's just got a lot going on, and I know that kind of stuff happens. And she was kind of enthusiastic about the promote committee, but unfortunately, just didn't work out this time. So, all right.
Anything else?
Oh, on the president's report?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Bonnie and I, yes, I do. Bonnie and I met with Ruth Ann Thursday, I believe it was.
Mhm.
As we are collectively trying to come up with a job description for her position, which is the chamber admin. And and this isn't going to stop when, it's for all future admins. And it is kind of definitely a living document that we're going to add to here a little bit at a time. I would like to go over just the basics of what those are right now that we have written down. And it kind of goes, and this is a rough draft here. It comes with mail and messages, follow up on daily, as far as any emails coming through. Bill paying as needed. There's only 3 to 4 real bills that she has in a month. So we were going to try and set up where she was paying them a certain time each week, and it really doesn't work. It doesn't make sense because there might be some due the first part of the month, some the last, and we don't want any late payments out there. So she's just doing those as they come in. Now she is doing a Wednesday time block, 1 to 3 hours, depending on just how much bookkeeping things in QuickBooks and Chamber Master, things on that line that she'll have to get done. And that will vary a little bit, but she's going to do that every Wednesday. And then once monthly, she's going to prepare the reports, which did everyone get a copy of the reports that Ruth Ann had sent out earlier today? Bonnie, did you get those?
I did. I didn't check them against what we had talked about in the job duties. That doesn't matter, but I'm just
No, it
saying.
doesn't. It's just there's some good information here.
Okay.
And, yeah, and this is the first time she sent this out. So, on that, she goes over kind of in more specifics as far as what happens with memberships.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. There it is.
Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to see, since certain time, how many people have joined, how much they paid, 21 members, they're with more than 90 days overdue and so on. This stuff is just good for all of us to have, to kind of keep us in the loop before we get on the meeting, in case we have questions about these. Now, since this is the first time and they came out, I think, today, let's all look over it and see if we have any questions we can bring up at the next meeting on how this is going to work. And by the way, I won't be here, Bonnie, at the next meeting.
Okay.
I don't think. What's the, that Monday's the 28th.
It's the 28th.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I'll be here.
I'll be in Austin. So,
Okay.
and then, so that's kind of the membership section. Then we're going to have a monthly bills and paid expenses. All we're looking at here is debits, credits. What came in, what went out. It could be one number. 500 came in, 1,000 went out. It's just kind of nice to know what's going on. That will maybe give us a little more insight to the report that Rudy goes over.
Yep.
And this is definitely going to be more up to date, right, Ruth Ann, than what the treasurer's report will be. But this will be up to that day.
Yes, it'll be
To
up
do it,
to
yeah.
whenever I create it, which is
Yeah.
usually the Friday before.
It's just a good way for us to see, what dues we're actually getting in, and any expenses we have for, any of our activities and things on that line, promotions. So Ruth Ann, thanks a lot for getting this. This is great.
Thank
And
you.
the bottom line is at the bottom there, which makes sense. It'd be at the bottom. And that shows everything there. So that's what we had. That's what we discussed, that thing, those with her. Also, which is what the cash in and out is on that. Names of member, contact a month, that's on the report. Okay. Then also about her monitoring the ambassador program. One benefit of that ambassador program, besides helping with, memberships and the contacts, is helping Ruth Ann with some of the numbers on this report. So as you guys make contact, the ambassadors to other people, that's going to flow into the report that Ruth Ann is putting together. And actually, Ruth Ann, if we're not mistaken, they can actually enter those in themselves, right? Who they actually talk to.
Yeah, I haven't created it yet, but I'm going to have something on Google Docs that
Yeah.
people
And
will
again,
just
this
make
is
a-
yeah, in its infancy also, along with us trying to change how memberships are paid. But it'd be a nice way for her to be able to report. Because it's hard to contact every member twice a year or whatever the case is. So we just that'll go to the ambassadors as they talk to them and see them out in public. Even if you go into the store, you go into their place of business, you talk to them for a little bit, and count that, put that on the list. That all works. Just say, hey, thanks for being part of the chamber. What can we do for you? How are things going? Any ideas for us?
And we can send that direct, if we can't find a Google Doc or whatever, let Ruth, just send an email to Ruth Ann saying, hey, I talked to so-and-so, he or she owns such and such a business and I'm connecting you with them or whatever, you know, just so that we can put in the report every month. How
Yeah,
we're
try to
reaching out.
send her numerous ones, you know, like for a 2-week period or something like that. So it's not getting one email here and there, but and maybe in that case, the ambassadors choose a day they turn those in, like every second Friday or every other Friday, something like that, until we get that sheet set up, like Google Doc. And that's where they're reaching out to 1 or 2 members and are on there. And then also her, and where Ruth Ann probably spends most of her time, or could, because she's good at it, is networking and event planning. I mean, she has a lot of knowledge on how to get some of these events done. And because hopefully some of them are going to be recurring, so it'll be a little easier. And the networking portion of it, her having lunch with a member or, you know, discussing something with them, that way, or being out and about in the community promoting the chamber. So that's where we're at right now. Does anyone have any questions about the job description or things that you think could be added? Because at some point, you know, we'd love to get to the point we can actually add a, you know, part-time admin or something like that also. But we're not to that point yet, of course. But any thoughts on that? Nope. Everybody getting hungry?
Yeah.
Hey, get off here and eat, right, Sarah?
I think that sounds good.
Yeah, doesn't it though?
Mhm.
Yeah, I came in and my wife cooked all day and I'm smelling all the food she made. I'm like, this is.
Oh, you poor guy. A
And
poor
she makes food
guy.
for me for the whole week, so I can't complain about the good
That's
smell.
nice.
Aw.
But all right. And then the only other thing we and I think Ruth Ann's going to touch on the events of the ribbon cuttings and so on. So that's all I've got for President's report.
Okay, well, I just,
Wait, maybe there's something else. Yes, there is. I had notes.
ooh,
We're going to have next week, Ruth Ann, because there's a logo committee. Michael at Align has set up a, yeah, he's got some ideas. So we're
he's
going to have,
actually, he's got one that he's going to present to the logo committee.
oh, he's got one he's going to actually present. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, so the logo committee is going to be the ones to really look at it and present to us the logo or logos and see how that kind of plays out. I'm kind of excited to see them. And, you know, Michael seems to be doing good work for a lot of other people. So who all is on that logo committee? Ruth Ann, you, Sarah
Me,
Ackenbaum?
Sarah Ackenbaum, Lauren, I think you were on it, and Rudy.
Okay, so Rudy's on it too. Okay.
Kat, were you on it? I couldn't remember.
I don't know if there was a meeting at some point. I missed it.
Okay.
Okay, then
I
fine.
don't think that you were on it. I think it was just us four. And
Okay.
I just sent out an email to that group asking them to find time next week. So the week of the 7th, to hear from Michael.
Okay. All right, well, that sounds great.
And then
All right.
however you guys want to do it, I mean, depending on what we think of it, you know, if it's a go, I mean, we can just send it via, or he had said he could do a video presentation if we wanted him to. So we don't necessarily have to wait to the next board meeting is what I'm saying.
So he would record a little presentation, just email it to everyone, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I think if we go ahead and accept it, or, you know, don't have any changes to it.
All right. That sounds pretty good to me. What about you guys? Does that sound good?
We don't need too many people on that committee
No,
that's
that's what I
going
was
over
thinking too.
the,
It might
the
just
first-
complicate things.
Right now, we have 3
4.
of us. Me, Sarah, Rudy, and Lauren, 4.
okay.
4 plus Michael. Okay, well, yeah.
Because we want to move forward, so we don't want a ton of dissension. Sorry to say that, but I
Well,
mean, you know, we
discussion.
just want to have something
goes on
presented to the
forever.
board.
Yeah. Anyone have any issues or something they want to talk about with the logo at this time? Not issues. I know no one has an issue with the logo, but
I think it's a good idea, keeping the committee small, but then just being able to see it,
Yep.
I like that a lot. I think we're on the right track.
I haven't even seen it. I'm frustrated. So,
I talked to
Uh,
Michael today. I talked to Michael today and yeah, and I'm talking to him. I've got a meeting with him at 8:30 tomorrow morning and I'll bring it up during our meeting tomorrow morning too.
All right, sounds good.
Are we gonna have like a logo reveal party or something like, I guess,
No.
you know, how we said, I don't know, you said like
No,
there's
I-
stickers out with the Fluvanna and Fluvanna Chamber member if we're updating anything.
There's stuff to talk about. Sarah, you'll be in a exec committee. We'll talk about the stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I see what you're saying though.
So
Just
I think
kinda-
it'd be kind of cool, like,
I think
What-
it's something
you know.
we should consider.
Yeah, we gotta wait. Just hang on. Maybe there will be.
okay.
Appreciate the enthusiasm.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a good idea.
Okay.
All right. All right, well, I think that will do it then, Ruth Ann, on the president's report.
I had one thing.
Yes.
My, Rudy's not here to say this is what he meant, but I thought the moving my report to the consent agenda was so that we didn't go over my report. It's just, like you guys look at it, you have any question, you read through it, you have any questions, you ask about it before we agree on the consent
You mean-
agenda.
The new report or?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
and that'll be the way it'll be in the future.
okay.
I
all
just wanted to
right.
explain it today. That's
Okay.
what we were looking for on it. Because I kind of went in with your job description and I was going over that. So I
Okay,
just wanted to go over that form so they knew. But no, in the future, we won't necessarily go through that,
okay,
section by section.
okay. Okay, the next, is there anything else? Anybody have any questions about? So the next thing is Jennifer, a report from the county.
Okay, I'm gonna try and make this fast so you guys don't hear baby bomb in the background. Sorry. So our economic development strategic plan is continuing. We're finished up the meetings. They're going through the data right now. And we should be presenting a draft to the Board of Supervisors, the first meeting in April. The Fork Union Business Park has been presented to the board, the master plan. We have 3 parcels that we're getting ready to rezone from agricultural to the I-1 usage. So that you'll see a public hearing for at some point. We are currently working with the Virginia Career Works. They have a dedicated office here in Fluvanna County on Thursdays. That office, they connect employers, businesses with job seekers. They also help with some trainings and other things to help connect them to the career pathways, as well as Tracy is connecting the CTE programs at the high school with potential businesses as well. In addition to that, Ruth Ann and I both are on the CTE advisory council. Is it a council or a committee, Ruth Ann, for the Fluvanna High School? So we're working with the CTE advisor there to also connect businesses with students in the community. So we've got a lot going on, and I don't want to steal anybody's thunder. I think you guys were going to talk about the ribbon cuttings in a little bit, but job well done, guys. Especially shout out to Ruth Ann for getting the press release together and getting us so many people. Well, it was well attended. So thank you for that. And that's all I got. Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Actually, Jennifer, and the CTE, what does that stand for again? I just heard
Oh.
about it from Ruth Ann.
Sorry, career and technical education.
Okay, is that the book
Those are
you're
going to be your
talking about?
trades. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Ruth Ann, was that what we were talking about the other day on Thursday? Remember we said that we need to have representation there?
No, EdTech,
It's- What now?
EdTech.
Ed Tech, that's right.
Yeah, which is a county. I don't know, is it a quasi county or is it under the county, Jennifer? I'm not sure.
It's a committee. So you've got, the boards and commissions and committees. And so this is a committee.
And it stands for Economic
You had to do
Development
that.
Tourism Advisory Council. EdTech.
Yes.
That sounds
And-
great.
And there's an opening from what I think the chamber, I'm on it, but I'm a business representative, I think, or I'm under some category that isn't the chamber. And Erica Mitchell was our board representative on EdTech. We don't have one now and she's been gone for, I don't know, a year at least, if not two. If there's anybody that thinks they would like to, represent the chamber, I mean, it's kind of silly. I guess I could do both, but you guys decide. It's just that that's an opportunity to, up until now, I would say that they did some things, but I don't know how effective they are. They have some new people at the helm. So things might get a little, better. So just wanted to, you have to fill out an application. If you go on the county's website and look, if you put in EdTech, EDTAC and Fluvanna, it'll pull up and you'll see their page, who all's on it, what they're supposed to be doing and whatever.
Okay, so that'll get some information. So everyone's little homework assignment, maybe check out that website before long. And if there's any interest, just let us know,
Yeah.
See if it would help out anybody or the chamber in general. All right, what do we have next, Ruth Ann?
Committee reports.
Committee reports.
We've got, I just have written down next to connect, just the Women's Wellness Forum, April 20th. And the cornhole tournament is scheduled for June 19th. And the Connect Committee I just sent out an email asking us to connect, to have a meeting in the next week of the 14th. So just right now, we know it's going to be at Camp Friendship. It's going to be April 20th. It's going to be from 9:30 to 3:30. We know the tickets are going to be $25 for members, $35 for non-members. It includes lunch, a lot of different activities, mostly kind of focused on nature and health and that sort of thing. I'm pretty excited about it. And so far I have $1,150 worth in sponsors. Our goal is $3,000 because we would like to make $2,000 on this.
Okay.
Between
Is
the
there a rain date?
Nope. We're just gonna
I don't
have to
think
have
there needs to be.
umbrellas. Huh?
I don't think there needs to be a rain date, does there?
I don't think so. And that's the only date that camp is open, like the next week. I think they
Really
have
start.
lots of, I don't know whether they're open yet, but I think the counselors might be coming in and
Okay. I thought it was going to be somewhat outside.
well, it's going to be quasi outside. I mean, there's good, they have their dining hall and other indoor spaces that we're going to be using, and walking to and from different things will be wet, and it might stop the tennis or the archery or the boating, but only if people feel like they're made out of sugar and might melt. I don't know what we're, but so far that's
we're
what
pretty-
it is. And the biggest thing is that Jennifer is going to present. Do you want to tell them?
You tell them.
Her and I were talking, and somehow because she works at Centera, she has gotten a a time to meet with the Martha Jefferson Foundation to present and ask if they will support it, sponsor it.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So,
Cross
yeah.
fingers.
So
Yeah.
I put together I'll just let you guys know we're on the Connect Committee. I just sent you a thing with the objectives and goals and stuff and asked you to look at it because we had to do something like that to present to them. She had to be able to talk about it with authority.
Mhm.
That's
So
awesome.
I'm excited about that. And that's about that for the Connect Committee. I'm sorry I kind of jumped in and said everything, but
Yeah, I thought I prepared a whole report. and
oh, well,
you
go
just-
ahead and give it.
you-
Everybody wants
No,
to
man,
hear
you
it.
nailed it. You did it. It's done.
Okay,
That's exactly what I had because we both had the same list.
Yeah.
You're cool.
All right.
and promote.
Promote. Yeah, I spoke with our people today, and what we're looking for is what you guys need from us on Connect. I know there's sponsorship and then some advertising probably mid-March,
Yeah,
the end of March for that.
Yeah.
So let us know what you're wanting to target, obviously women, but also, any key things you're doing. If you can get us a list of things you plan on doing, then we can add that in there.
yeah. So I would like it if Promote would create an event
Okay.
and then get that out there. A Facebook event and maybe an Instagram.
Okay, we can do that.
And then if you have to promote it, you can promote it. It costs about $120 to promote it through Facebook for 30 days or whatever you want to do. We can do that if you want.
Looks like we're in the black right now, so it might be a good time to utilize some of that and if we get the
That'll-
sponsorship, we
that'll-
make 2,000.
Yeah, so if Promote's going to do that, does anyone have experience with events, creating events? Because I do.
I've done small ones, for.
I mean, on
family
Facebook?
parties.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know how to do Instagram. How about if
Okay.
I think I may have already created the Facebook one, but let me look.
Okay,
I haven't started promoting it, I don't think yet.
okay. Because because then you have to pick your target area and all
Right.
of that. So, okay.
Well, you guys just send me what you need from us. Just send me a quick
Okay.
email. Please do this and we'll get working on it.
Okay.
The other thing I thought of, and I get this is more of a Connect Committee, so I won't go into or promote. I had thought that we might want to have a postcard that has I've created one, but we can look, that's about the Women's Wellness Forum. And rather than mailing them, having that guy that delivers the Fluvanna Review and delivered the guides. Gosh, maybe we could get him. Anyway, have him give them out to, he does all of Lake Monticello and the surrounding communities, the subdivisions or whatever outside the lake. But he also does, keep wanting to say Broken Mountain and that something Island.
Broken Island.
Broken Island.
And I think
How much does it cost?
Broken Mountain, Broken Island. And I think he does
Different area.
Sycamore Square and all of that. So I don't think that would cost that much. I think it's a couple $100. It might be $300. My goal was to, if we're going to get 2,000, hoping to get 2,000, if we get 3,000 in sponsors, then we don't have to rely on any ticket sales. And I think that we could probably afford, a few $100s in marketing is my point.
Plus we have to create the flyer
The
postcard, yeah.
postcard.
that's going to go into the boxes.
Yes.
So 4 weeks of ads in the Fluvanna Review for the 3/8 page, that's just a little less than a half, is $640.
Uh-huh.
And I think we should promote it through the review at least a little. 4 weeks would be $640.
Well, I think that's a Connect Committee decision and we probably shouldn't. I think we should, if we're gonna have to do it before, when I suggested having a meeting, then we need to have a meeting before then. And,
Well, Promote would be working on the advertising and I can work on it with you, but yeah. If we're
Would
gonna,
this, would the sponsors' names be like on the back of the postcard? I mean, that might be a good way to let them know, if you want to be a sponsor, we're going to send out mailings to over
right.
5,000 homes or whatever the case may be.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good
It's
It's
idea.
like, it's close to 5,000.
Well, I know the lake has 42, so it's
Right.
outside areas. I mean, that for sponsors, that might get people, oh yeah,
Right.
okay, it's going to be promoted and I can be a part of this.
My goal is to get all the sponsors, hopefully by the end of, by March 20th, I think is when I was hoping to get everybody. And then we could, send out that postcard. If we have it out by 3 to 4 weeks before the event, I think that's a good turnaround time.
Yeah, you don't want to get too far ahead or else they forget about it and
Right.
throw it away.
Guys, who
So-
designs the postcard?
I've already designed one.
Okay,
I mean,
Who
I have no problem asking Michael to take a look at it or do something so it looks professional, but
Do you think
I'd
we'll have
just
a
like
new
to see it.
logo that could go on the postcard
well, that will,
at that point?
I'm hoping, yeah,
Okay, that would be cool.
yeah.
I'd like to see the postcard. That's all.
Yeah,
Okay,
if you just send it out, yeah. And if you have an idea of what the logo is, since you're meeting tomorrow, it'd be nice to,
no, I'm not meeting with him until next week.
not tomorrow, but next,
Yeah.
yeah, next.
I'll ask him tomorrow and see what the holdup is,
The holdup on what?
the logo.
Logo.
I can tell you what the holdup is.
Oh,
Well, let's see. We cut a check for $70 for him last month. Actually, that was 2 months worth.
Uh-huh.
And besides him, he had health problems and his computer crashed.
Right.
And then
Yep.
there was a week and that he had to get a whole new computer system and everything.
Right.
And then of course, all the time his power was out for a
Yeah.
month. But, and the guide has taken much more work because of how he wanted to
Yeah.
put it together and present it.
Yeah.
And very few businesses, if any, I don't think any, sent him what he needed to create
Hmm.
the ads. So him and his team had to create them all from scratch. So that's taken a long time. And the fact that he's, not seeing a whole lot of upside financially to what he's doing for us.
Okay.
What was asking businesses for that he didn't get?
He wanted source files. So if somebody had because he was creating a new ad, all right? So, so let's say there was a real estate ad that had, a picture in the background, text, 3 or 4 logos for their real estate, thing. He wanted each one of those from a vector file, a source file that wasn't just a PDF or, copy of something. I don't know that much about this sort of thing, but I know that there are good files and files that don't reproduce well. And so he pretty much, they started from scratch with many. I don't know that every single person's, was like that, but out of 45 or 50 ads, my guess is at least 30 or 35 were ones that took them and him and his team that much time. And then he went and like would look at your website to see what the feel for. I mean, he put a lot of time and energy into that.
So the
These are people that bought ads to go into
Mhm.
okay, gotcha. All right.
And of course, most of the people that have the ads, because of the way we sold memberships before, it was part of their membership. A silver membership gets a business card size ad. So so that's why there's like 40 plus premium members right now. And then there was probably about 10 people that bought ads on their own.
I was just gonna say I can speak to that a little bit because I was one of the people that I don't think had an ad because Ruth Ann sent me one. I guess because of my membership. I must have just like totally missed the boat. The communication on it, I didn't know that I should have submitted something, I guess. But what he did put together that was given to me that said, hey, can you confirm this? Because we're going to use this, was really thoughtful and really aligned with whatever he used from our website or whatever. I just tweaked a few things. So whatever I missed, he did do a really great job. Apps. I'm sorry if I created extra work for anybody, but he did a good job.
I think his quality expectations were probably beyond maybe the quality expectations we'd have in previous years. And since this is the first year that we've used him, he got a little in over his head on this after he realized that not everyone was just going to bounce back with a source file, which is what you use for marketing or source files. So, what he got from the chamber members wasn't exactly what he expected to get from the chamber members. Therefore, it took him longer and,
But next year
he will lower his expectations.
But next year he'll be able to do it.
Yeah.
Because he'll be starting with what,
If he's still with us next year.
Did he send all the businesses a copy of what their ad's gonna look like?
Yes,
That's
and
fine.
Sarah, you and I need to talk separately. Okay.
Okay.
That was when I was supposed to call and talk to you, and he gave me that on Friday at 4:00, and today was crazy. So
Okay, that's
I'll
fine. We
give
can
you a
talk.
call
I just
tomorrow.
haven't seen it, and just to echo on what Lauren said, if I may have missed that too, what exactly was needed, because I know anyways, I know my husband does some graphic design stuff, and so he created one and I sent it over, and I don't know if we can talk about it, but I may have not sent him what he needed either.
And,
I don't know.
for certain, I do think part of what you said, Bonnie, is right. I think it ended up being a lot more than he thought. But all of this, I want to keep reminding everybody what we paid for not even half of this
Right.
before has been around $3,600.
Right.
And he's not charging us.
Right.
So at some point, I mean, I'm disappointed that it didn't get out in January, but at some point where I just wanted to reiterate this too. He wasn't supposed to bring in X number of members. He was making our marketing and our website and our whatever much more user-friendly. And I will say that every month I get a Google thing and the visits to our website are up at least 10 and 20% every time.
Yeah.
So that part of what he's doing is working. Now, whether it clearly has not yet translated into more businesses, but that's all stuff that I think we all have a responsibility to do. And that's just a change in thinking, I think.
Well, I think with us doing it, if we have good tools for people to go to,
Right.
such as the website, then that's going to help.
Yeah.
So us
Right.
just mentioning to go there is going to be key.
Yeah.
If the program
So-
looks better and more professional, more people want to advertise in it, it's just a, domino effect, hopefully.
So. Okay, sorry. Educate, you're next. I'm saying nothing.
I don't believe that, Ruthie.
Muting myself. I am muting myself.
That's us, right? We finally had, we had 2 meetings, not just one. We've had 2. Myself, Ruth Ann, Lori, and Mary Jane, and we have kind of just gotten the ball rolling, kind of determining, you know, what our goals are, what we're supposed to be doing. So with Ruth Ann's help, we got all of the scholarship stuff squared away. So that's kind of all in the high school's hands. And we're waiting to get the applications back from them, in which case we'll review. And I plan to attend the award ceremony to present and open to anybody else that would like to join. And then we've been working with the ambassador program, trying to kind of nail down a lot of those details. And I think that's been a lot of hard work by Ruth Ann, getting a lot of that put together for us to kind of work on executing it and figure out what pieces need to go where. And we kind of have a standing date on the calendar to kind of continue to grow and figure out what our role is as a committee, since it's kind of new to all of us.
Sure.
I don't know, Ruth Ann, I'm sure you can add to that. I don't have the meeting notes up because I'm on my phone from the last time we met, or if Lori wants to add anything. Or if
I have a
anybody has
question.
questions. Sure.
Did you get to follow up or hear anything about the small business healthcare initiative? That's an education type thing where small businesses can join with other small businesses and get the same kind of healthcare coverage as large corporations.
No,
That
not
just
that I'm
opened
aware
up.
of.
Yeah, so that just opened up
Oh, okay.
in Virginia. That's kind of a education thing.
Okay.
I don't know what you're going to do with that. I'm just throwing it out there, but there
Well,
is,
no,
I
that
think a way
sounds
for us to educate businesses that's out there.
yes.
Right.
Did that bill
Did-
pass? They haven't passed it yet, have they?
What's that?
Was that bill up?
I don't think it's passed yet. I think
Okay.
it's up, but it's probably gonna pass. And then it would be nice if the chamber educated chamber members that this is now gonna be available. It'll be a big deal for small and medium-sized businesses, which is what we've got.
Basically.
They'll be able to offer healthcare at the same prices as large corporations in the state of Virginia.
okay. Well, we'll keep that on our radar and put it on
And
our.
If I
Next
see
agenda.
anything easy for you with that, if anything comes across my emails or anything, I'll send it to you so that you don't have to do anything. You can just like go, oh, there, thank you, you know, and it's.
Please, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, I will.
Anything else on educate?
Well, on the ambassador program, Ruth Ann and I did meet, and we're moving forward on that. We've got a couple of dates that we're targeting, and for the recruitment training to see if we want identity and a kickoff party. So we're still narrowing down all of that information and working
Yeah.
towards that,
Okay,
and the cost.
it's a good program.
Yeah.
Any comments on that, Ruth Ann? You're allowed to talk now.
I said I wasn't going to comment. And you said, oh,
You
I'll
said you
bet.
weren't going to comment on education, educate. Well, it's kind of falls in there, I guess, with the ambassador. But
Okay, no, I don't have anything. There are a few, not as many people jumped at it as what I had hoped. And so I'm going to be calling some people that I think might be interested in doing it. I don't want it to be just a board thing. I mean,
No,
I want it to be where there's at least 3 or 4 or 5 others that aren't on the board that are, willing to do this. And it's just a matter of, I've got a list of people that I need to call. And so that's my goal for this week, is to do the sponsor calls and ambassador calls to try to get some more people lined up. I do have, Lori, I should tell you that we had talked about having a training session for the people who are going to be ambassadors. And where we had the annual meeting, they said they were open both the 22nd and the 24th of March. So whichever date we wanted to do that. And I thought that we would get dinner from E.W. Thomas and
Mhm.
have it be like an hour long, 90-minute long session. So
Sounds good.
next is old business, and I have logo update, but we've pretty much already done that. So is there any new business?
One thing I did want to mention, I'll be speaking at the forum thing this Thursday for the Fluvanna leadership group. And I did it a couple of years ago. I think we did a Zoom one a couple of years ago. This year I'll be representing the chamber. So any ideas you guys have, the things you want me to make sure I get out there, just email them over to me. Say, try and mention this, try and mention that, and so on. I'll take notes so I won't forget.
I just wanted to remind you that, and I don't know the date, I'll send it out. I think it's on my report about the Fluvanna Leaders for Race and Diversity vendor fair. I've got that Lauren said that she would, I went ahead and paid the $20 to them. And then Lauren said she would set up and work until noon. And then Lori, I believe you had said that you would come in and work noon to 2. It's a Saturday.
Yeah, and thanks for doing that, both of you.
The next thing is concluding business. Does anybody have any? I'm not running this.
Back to the ambassador program. So you guys have to have a regular, you have to set up a meeting at a place and serve a meal?
Do we
Does
have
that seem
to?
like?
No,
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
what we're
That was the
going to.
kickoff thing, right?
for a kickoff or something, or what
Well,
is, what's? the-
If we decide to have a kickoff, then yeah, I thought of maybe having it at Harmony
Hardware.
Hills. Yeah.
Hardware wheels. Mhm.
Harvard.
But yeah, the training is going to be more for people to get to know each other and to have some kind of camaraderie among, to start out. And any questions, I know it's not everybody's common thing to reach out and talk to people that they don't know or whatever. And, just have people's questions answered. And if anybody wants to do phone call role play or any other kind of role play, we could do it then during the training. So.
Okay.
And that's why I thought we'd have it like at 5:30 or 6 o'clock, and you kind of have to feed people.
Sure.
And it's probably only going to be about 20 to 30 people. And from
Okay.
E.W. Thomas, that's,
All right, give me a little input on this then, and we're all cool with paying for a dinner for the ambassador kickoff? I'm just asking.
Yeah, I think it could be an important program as long as we have enough people interested in it to make it work. So
Okay.
what do we look at least 5? Is that what we're looking at, Ruth Ann and Lori?
5 what?
Yeah, are you looking, is
People
there a
that
certain
would-
number you want to get to on ambassadors to consider it ready to go?
Yeah, right now I think I have 10 people and like 8 of them or 7 of them are board members. I'm trying to get another like 5 people to
Okay.
commit.
So
that
I wanted to just, on the meal thing, the executive committee the chamber doesn't pay for the meals when we have our meetings. I'm just saying, I don't know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You'd shut me down if that's out of line.
When
Well, I
is
don't know how much
this-
would
When is this
cost.
ambassador thing? Is it already scheduled or it's to be scheduled?
It's either going to be March 22nd or March 24th.
Sorry, you said that. Thank you.
And actually it was for the training was the meal, so that we would have direction on when people do call their
Mhm.
list, they would have some ideas of what,
Okay,
and
okay,
what they need to discuss.
gotcha.
Not just promote their own business, I guess.
If it's all board members, do we still have to pay for the meal?
If it's only board members, then, I don't know. I guess this isn't I have my opinion, but this isn't my,
Well, we could use your opinion.
it's
Yeah.
not on my pay grade.
Well, no, you can say.
No, I just, no. I mean, I just think that, I think when you have a training, any time that I worked for some place and they had a training for, say, the volunteers or whatever, you provide a meal and it's one time. And I don't think I doubt if it would cost any more than $200. I just don't think it's, somebody else weigh in.
Yeah, you guys weigh in. I think 200 sounds like a lot. I'm just,
Just board members, maybe not, but if we get other
Yeah.
people, chamber members, we thank them for being part of the ambassadors by doing a meal.
yes.
They
That's my
are
two,
volunteering their time to
right.
Yeah.
encourage people and promote what other programs we're doing. So, I mean, I understand the budget, but
Mhm.
I also feel like we need to encourage them to be part of the chamber in different capacities and just signing
thank
up
you.
for the
Mhm.
book.
I think
Yeah,
to a
they're-
certain degree, it's almost like we're paying for marketing because that's what they'll be doing for us. So
Yeah,
I can
and
see
then
that.
gas prices too. I mean, if they're driving around or whatever, we're not paying for their gas if they choose to do it that way or whatever. So I get it. I just wanted to hear the reasons.
No, we need to talk about it. I agree. Maybe we could park that under the marketing section of the budget. Yeah.
Yeah,
the
I'm
market-
gonna, I'm gonna look at the budget and see, because I know that I don't think I in any way every year ever spend my budget for what's budgeted for things that I get here at for the office supplies and stuff.
Right.
And I think that there's stuff,
Well, didn't we used to do the breakfast,
Yeah.
So
yeah, but those
we're
were
not
supposed to be
really-
paid,
Those were
they
paid.
never did, but they were supposed to be paid for by the number of people coming.
Oh, I see.
Um,
Mhm.
Yeah,
we
we would occasionally break even, right? But that was about-
occasionally,
Yeah.
yeah,
So they weren't real money makers for us.
no,
So let's say overall, we lost at least 200 a year on those, right?
Right.
yeah,
least.
I think we did.
Well, thanks for mentioning that, Bonnie. It's good to have a discussion about any time we're spending cash.
Okay.
So, yeah. All right. So is that, did that fall under concluding business? What was the
I
concluding
think it
business?
did. Does
Yeah, I
everybody
think
think
so.
it did?
I think so. I feel good about it. So,
So the next meeting is Monday,
April
March 28th at 6. And
April
Daryl
20,
won't be there, right?
March 28th. Wait, I'll be at that one. I'm jumping ahead a month. I just want to get out of town, I guess.
I know.
I'll be
sounds
here
like
March
it.
28th.
Okay,
I'm already jumping into April, so ignore that. So I'll be here March 28th.
Okay,
All right.
and then
Yeah,
we have a
next meeting.
Connect committee coming up.
I'm sorry.
And then we have a Connect committee coming up that Ruth Ann sent invites out tonight. So that'll be coming up pretty quick. All
Oh,
right,
Connect committee meeting. Okay. All right. All right. Any other questions, concerns, anything that anybody has they want to make a comment about? Nope. Well, if everybody's good, I'll go ahead and adjourn the meeting, 7:05.
all right.
1
Way
hour.
to be lean and mean tonight, guys. I think I think there was a little more energy, a few more comments. So everybody liked the 6 o'clock time period.
Yes.
Thumbs
Um,
up.
yeah.
Yeah. Everybody. All right. Sounds good. All right. Well, you guys go have dinner. Enjoy your night.
All right.
All
See you later.
See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.